Hello, my name's Jill Bailey. I work in Tameside Local Authority part-time, and I also work with Helen Sanderson Associates. I wanted to just talk to you a little bit about how we can support people to prepare for the outcome focus review. If I just tell you a little bit about what we've learned previously, is that the review meeting will be much better if people have done some planning before it takes place. It's really useful for people to be clear about the outcomes that they wanted to achieve, and also which were the top 3 most important things that people wanted to achieve from the support plan. And also, before the meeting takes place, to do some thinking about what's actually working and what's not working. The focus of the outcome focus review is on the person's outcomes, the things that people are telling us are most important to achieve in the life. So some people use this booklet to get ready for their outcome focus review, which it's simply called Outcome Focus Review, a booklet to complete before the review. They kind of use it as a basis for a conversation about the life, how it's improved, what needs to be put in place to make it better, and it should also focus on the outcomes that were identified in the support plan, as we've said. So this is called the Outcome Focus Review, booklet to complete before the review. So if I just sort of flick through, this booklet really helps people to prepare for the review. It helps them to think about what's working, what's not working, so that this can be discussed at the review. But it's good to give that thought before going into the meeting. You can see here in the preparation for the review book, each of the outcome categories has a page to fill in so that people can do some thinking and make some notes about what's working, what's not working, and ideas for change before the meeting. So this page would be thinking about community life, leisure, learning and work, and that might include thinking about using local amenities, practicing your religion, maybe getting a job, for example. Here we've got managing money, so people might want to be thinking about how the personal budget's managed. So it could also consider what's working and what's not working about keeping on top of your household bills, or whether or not you're getting the right benefits. Then we have family and relationships, so this might include keeping in touch with your family and friends, or thinking about making new friends and what's working and what's not working, and any idea for change that we have around that. Choices and changes are next, and this might include making sure that people know what the person wants, or maybe thinking about how people must be involved in decision making around the life. And again, given this was the outcome somebody wanted, what's worked about that, what's not worked and why, and our ideas for change. Then giving thought to living safely and taking risks, making sure that a person is safe, whether aids or adaptations might help the person feel safe, or perhaps be able to do more things for themselves. People can think about health and well-being before the meeting here. Do they feel that they're getting the right medical treatment? They may consider, are they getting enough exercise? Are they eating well? Are they feeling good about themselves? And finally, everyday tasks. So this could include maybe just getting around, practical tasks around the house, personal care. And then there's room on the next page where other people, the person's allies, might want to capture some of their thoughts about what's working and not working before the meeting takes place. So these sheets are really just an opportunity for people to make some notes about what's working, what's not working, any ideas for change. People won't necessarily be thinking about all of the outcome categories. One of the most important things that must happen in preparing for the review is that the facilitator must go back to the support plan with the person and pull out the outcomes that the person wanted to achieve and put those under each of the outcome categories at the outcome focus review. So they would need to be either up on the posters, or if you're doing it tabletop, the information from each outcome from the support plan must be written under each of the outcome headings. Now, some people will have something under every heading, some people will only have outcomes under particular headings. They don't have to fill every heading in. So that means that once we come to the review meeting, we can go straight into considering together what's working, what's not working, and any ideas for change that people might have. There's then a section around sort of crucially the person needs to think about, has the support plan improved your quality of life? Obviously, if we're not finding this out, then it's a pointless exercise. The financial information must be ready for the review, so that we can answer this question around how have you spent your budget. So, for example, if the person has the personal budget as an individual service fund, we would expect the provider there to be feeding back and broadly saying how the money's being spent. Then there are questions here about what's important to you now, what's important to you in the future, so that people can give some thought to this before the meeting. And based on the information that people have gathered, they can then begin to think about, so what are the top 3 outcomes that I want to achieve in the next year? So here again, questions to answer section. Have your support needs changed? So have my needs changed, therefore does my support plan need to change? And then again, also space for any extra comments when people are preparing for the review, if there's any, anything else that people want to bring up at the review. So again, a catch-all, any burning issues that a person wants to bring up that haven't already been recorded or captured in the booklet. So at the end of the preparation for the review booklet, people can then give thought to what were the top 3 most important things that you wanted from your support plan. Has the way that you've used your money achieved them? So people are thinking about yes help towards it, or no. The action plan is of course developed at the actual meeting itself, but for all the other headings that we'll be looking at in the meeting, people can really give some good thinking time to thinking it through beforehand. It's core responsibility that we go through all that information at the review meeting, but of course there's got to be flexibility in terms of how we find ways to hold the meeting that really engage the person. Whether that's using A4 paper on tabletop, whether it's using flip charts, or whether it's using a computer, it's about how do we truly engage with people and hold the meeting in a way that makes sense to them. So it really boils down to what's going to work best for the person. So people are coming into the review meeting and they've given thought to these areas. The review booklet, as we say, can be used as a basis for a conversation about somebody's life. How has it improved? What needs to be put in place to make it even better? And again, really focusing on those outcomes that were identified in the support plan. That can't be stressed enough. So the booklet's entirely congruent with the Department of Health's materials on outcome-focused reviews. I think you'll find those on the personalisation toolkit part of the Department of Health website.